So what we'll do is we'll show you through the first level. If you've played the Killing Grounds, you'll probably recognize it. If not, then I guess you're seeing something new. So there we go. I won't go through the story text. You guys can go through that when we actually release. But here we are. There we go. Remember, it's still a work in progress. Things are still subject to change. There is text at the bottom, but the way my screen is at the moment, it looks like you can't see it. I should probably change that, actually. Which I thought I had done, but apparently not. Let's move that a little bit like that. Although I'm going to be covering some of it with my model, but, you know, here's what it is. There we go. The knife looks cool. Thank you. Yeah, we modeled all these. That's a sus thing you're holding there. Yeah, it's a knife. It's used for poking people. There we go. We've got the little landmine. There's a little red alien. He's toast. So people may... Steve, I don't know if you know the Killing Grounds. I'm guessing you've probably played through it on the Amiga. I'm not really sure, though. Oh, you can't read the text because my model's covering it. We've got some patrolling monsters and things like that. Monsters down there. I played bits of it on the Miggy, yeah. It was always troublesome. I finally went through it on UAE. Fair enough, dude. Fair enough. Yeah, hopefully you like what you see. Come through here. You get the old energy blaster. But this is what we've been working on for like a while. I think it actually has more than one music track. We do have the original in there as well, and we've got a slightly I wouldn't go as far as saying remastered, but a slightly better sounding original track. And of course, we're using voxels as well. These can be changed. You can go back to sprites if that's what's preferable. Grab some ammo. The monsters are voxels as well, and of course they can be changed to sprites as well, if that is what you prefer. Craven did this music, by the way. I still need to get off my ass and do my contribution to the music as well. And the thing is, like, so much of this stuff is subject to change. So music might change, music might get pulled out. I would definitely say that Ark is way better at music than I am. Like, way better. But yeah, we did the 3D models and stuff like that. So the weapons, we did those in Blender. That was a bit of a nightmare. It took us a while to kind of learn all that. But they seem to come out okay. I made so many different models, and Ark was like, yeah, it needs to be better. Yeah, it needs to be better. And there we go. Is that you screaming, Cravo? It was taken from Alien Breed, and then some of them have had their pitch change and things like that. But yes, I suppose it sounds a little bit like me, Yuz. Oh man, I thought I was going to get some of those guys with the barrels. Oh yeah. I think it's just a stock scream. I think so. Remember we should change everything to the Howie scream arc. we should set it all to the Howie scream or the Wilhelm scream. I like the voxel things. What about, oh fuck. But I'll probably have to use sprites when I do my Osiris Megawatt, so they all match. Another dream of mine is to rip all the assets from Breathless and do a TC of that game, my personal favorite Amiga. So we've got if sprites are your thing, they are. Like, you see how these are voxels, right? You can tell that. Oh god. It's not my intention to die right now, but let me put on God mode. But you can change. So this is something that we wanted to do from the get-go. So you can put them onto 2D sprites, and we can set these to weapon. Weapon doesn't do anything because they were 3D in the Killing Grounds anyway. But you can set them to sprites. There you go. You got sprites. Even the armored aliens and stuff, they can go into sprite mode if that's your thing. And we've also got the chocolate shader as well, which is what Ark put into Project Osiris. So you can adjust your pixelization level depending on how much of a boosted Amiga you want to kind of maybe get like a slightly more of that authentic experience. But it's there. I'll turn the chunky off. I'll put it back onto how it was, and then for the sound, you've got the sound checks things. 68060 baby, hell yeah! Or do you know what I've got? I've got a 68080, which I rarely use because I can't play fucking Lotus on it. I like those flying monsters. Oh, the Triclaws. Yeah, they're a pain in the ass, man. The Triclaws. I'll go down. Got some reflections on the lights. Grab the key. And we'll head back up. The Triclaws are much better in 3D, because in the original they just look like a flying pair of pants. They do. They kind of do look a bit like a pair of Y-fronts, don't they? That are just kind of like floating at you, because you only ever would really see them from the front as well. You'd never really see them from the different angles. Yeah, we did all this, and like we added in a bunch of dynamic lights and things so that you get these reflections on the weapon. So you got that reflection that comes through on the barrels. That was kind of something that that was pointed out in the thread, and we're like, oh yeah, we should probably add more sort of dynamic lights to add that in there. But yeah, so there we go, and the audio. You've got the so this was the music that came with the Killing Grounds. Are there new spooky noises? I don't remember some of these. It depends on when you last played Ark. They were added maybe a month or so ago, but they can be removed or modified. So this was the music for the original Killing Grounds, Steve, as you probably remember. But then we've got a slightly enhanced version, which is like this. If that's more preferable to your ears. Because we wanted to update stuff, but also keep it similar, if you know what I mean. Because people, if you're playing a total conversion, you're going to want to like still have that original kind of feeling, you know? So yeah, there's two versions of the soundtrack. You can either have the original, you can have like an enhanced one, which is what we've put in here as well, or an all brand new soundtrack, so you can have, you know, unique music for each level, depending on what you prefer, what your preferences might be. Hearing the same track over and over again, I feel, can get a little bit repetitive, and that's why we've kind of wanted to go down that option and add that in there. But there you go, this is the end of the first level. You walk in here, it's the end of the level. There we are. Hey, look at that, timer lapse 911. Check that out. So I'll come out of this now. And yeah, we're going to probably raid out in a minute. Well done, thank you, Steve. Appreciate it. Ark has done an awful lot of work on this.